Okay, so most of you know I've lost over 100 pounds. So today we are making one of my favorite recipes. We are making dumplings, but this isn't just a traditional dumpling. This is a dumpling that is high in protein, it's weight loss friendly, and it's also low carb. Okay, now typically it's an entire process to make dumplings. You have people that are, you have to make the dough and you make the filling, and then it's a whole process. I actually made them once in New York. It was really fun, but of course those are loaded with carbs. They are completely off plan. So I'm gonna show you a version that is delicious. It is just as good, if not better, but it's also very weight loss friendly, okay? Now we are also making this stovetop. So if you're not someone that wants to use a steamer, you don't wanna make this in the oven, because a lot of people have made a dumpling lasagna, but they make it in the oven. So we are making it stovetop. It's something that you can make really quickly, especially if you're just like, you're craving it and you just wanna do it and get it done with. This is the way to do it. I'm telling you right now. So I have the ingredients that we're gonna need right here. Pretty minimal. I would say this is pretty minimal for ingredients, especially if you are someone that cooks Asian dishes. Then you're already gonna have some sesame oil, you're gonna have a little tamari. I try to make my stuff gluten-free, so I use tamari, but you can definitely use soy sauce. And I'm just gonna walk you through it, okay? So we have our bowl. We have our ground beef, okay? So high quality ground beef. This one's from ButcherBox. I absolutely love them. I've actually been using ButcherBox for about 6 years. I took a little break, and guys, I did it again. I love all of their meats, steak, ground beef. They have like very high quality, grass-fed, organic products. So what we're gonna do is start off with our beef. That's going right into our bowl. There we go. And now you're literally just gonna throw everything in. So I already have my diced mushrooms. You have the green onion. We have finely diced carrots. And we also use a little bit of white onion, okay? So this is what I like to add. If you wanna add or omit anything, then you do that, because you're gonna be eating your dumpling lasagna. Okay, so after this, we're gonna go in with our soy sauce. We also have some rice vinegar, a little bit of sesame oil, so a little toasted sesame oil. Now you can use ginger powder. I do have some ginger paste, so we're gonna go with that. Now our sesame seeds are gonna be a topping. We also have some chili oil for the topping. You could add a little just for flavor. This is like garlic and sesame seeds, and I feel like, let me see what's in here. Onions, oh my gosh. It's just, I love chili oil. My favorite one is from Trader Joe's, but this one I got at my local store and it turned out good. Now, how are we making this low carb? Myra, how are you going to make this low carb? Typically, you are going to use like a dumpling wrapper, which you can totally make that work. I'm trying to think. You could make it work for low carb, but they're definitely not gluten-free. I am just, whenever I eat dough, whenever I eat anything that has dough or wheat in it, I get really bloated. My stomach, it doesn't work for me. It does not work for me. Sometimes I do it because I'm stubborn, and I don't know why I like to do that to myself. But today, our hack to making this super low carb is cabbage, okay? Now, don't knock it until you try it. I'm telling you right now, you're probably like, no way. Like, no, there's no way it's gonna work. I am telling you, it tastes just as good, because the star of the show is the filling. This is what's gonna give it all the flavor. And then this is just gonna it's gonna mimic the texture of the wrapper, and it works. I'm telling you, it works. So, if you want a super low carb dumpling, then make it. Okay, use the cabbage. You can also blanch it, so very quickly blanch it so that it's a little more pliable, but I feel like we can make it work. Okay, so now we're gonna give this a good mix. This is what your filling is gonna look like. And now we need the binder, right? Because this is by itself, it could work, but it's gonna fall apart. So to bind everything together, we're gonna go ahead and add in our eggs. You can add in one. I love eggs and I add two. I feel like it works really well. It binds everything really nicely. But don't worry, I'll leave the full recipe in the description below for you. I'll also leave my meal plan link there. So I have my ultra low carb meal plan. If you are struggling with weight loss, or you are just kind of like you hit a plateau, you're like, Myra, I hit a wall, I cannot lose weight, then going ultra low carb could definitely help. So I'll leave that link for you so you can make sure to grab that. Okay, now this is what we're looking at. See? So now you can tell this is not going to fall apart, right? Think of like a meatball. This is kind of like a giant meatball. Guys, I'm telling you, I already know this is gonna be so delicious. If you've never tried ButcherBox meat, you are missing out, okay? Their meat, first of all, super high quality. They don't use antibiotics. It's responsibly sourced. It's super convenient because it's literally delivered to my door. Okay, so I don't have to go out shopping. I literally know that I'm getting super high quality meats from steak, chicken, seafood, even pork products. All of their stuff is delicious. Now, it is a fully customizable subscription box. You can choose what you want, when you want it. It's free shipping, flexible delivery schedules, and it's easy online management. So if you've been thinking about trying it, ButcherBox is giving you $60 off when you use my link. So I'll leave it linked in the description below. You can scan the QR code here on the screen, or you can just type in low carb love at checkout and get the $60 off. And on top of all of that, with every box that you order, you will get a free protein item for an entire year. Isn't that crazy? I know. So anyway, highly, highly recommend. I absolutely love ButcherBox. And if you want to try super high quality meat that you can actually taste, I definitely recommend it. Okay, so our cabbage is our hack to keeping this dish low carb, okay? So you want to try and get pieces like this because they're going to mimic the think lasagna sheets, okay? So all I'm doing is placing them here, so then it's a lot easier for me just to layer once I get started. You don't have to blanch them. In other recipes where I've made dumplings, you do want to blanch them because they're easier to handle, but in this case, we really don't have to. So I'm just kind of pulling them apart, super easy, you know? Now, I haven't turned on the stove yet because we're actually gonna steam this. So we're not like cooking the meat first, we're actually gonna steam it. So we're gonna get started. I'm just using a little ice cream scooper so that my layers are even. So that is our first layer, very easy. So we got 4 in there, boom. Now we're gonna go ahead and lay these out, beautiful. Okay, and once this steams, this obviously softens. Okay, so we have our first layer, and now we're gonna go back in. Okay, and same scenario. I'm just gonna go ahead and spread this, and then we're gonna continue layering until we finish our meat and our cabbage. Okay, so now the last layer is going to be our cabbage, okay? So we're gonna finish off with cabbage. It's gonna cover everything up. We have one big piece right here for the grand finale. Look at that. Okay, and now what we're going to do is steam this, okay? So turn on the heat. Then we have our water that we're just going to kind of place on the edges. It's okay if it goes on top because what we're doing is steaming it. Okay, so we have the water, we have the heat, and now we're going to steam it. Okay, so I'm gonna check this in about 10 minutes. I'll let you see what it looks like, and then of course, the final product. But I'm telling you right now, if you love dumplings, you love the filling, you love the whole experience, this is basically a huge dumpling. Right? Like that's just so you understand, like when you bite into this, you just get like all the flavors from a dumpling, but where you can actually eat it like a real meal versus like, I know little dumplings are fun. Trust me, I am a huge dumpling fan. This is probably my 5th time making it. And it turns out great. I love it, love it, love it. And I know you will too. So we're gonna go ahead and let this cook, and then I'll show you what it looks like once it's done. Ooh, look at that. Beauty. Could have probably added a little more broth, but as you can tell, everything is officially fully cooked. And so now I'm gonna show you how I serve this. All right, so here we have it. Now, for the toppings, we have the soy sauce, which I'm using tamari. We have our green onions. We also have a little bit of our crispy chili oil. Okay, so we're gonna start with the soy sauce. And then we're gonna have our green onions. Okay, crispy chili oil. And last but not least, our sesame seeds. Yeah, so basically at this point we're good to go. We can go ahead and cut and serve plate. I just eat this as is. I feel like it has everything in it. We have a really good amount of protein. We have our cabbage, which is obviously our veggie, and it's just a very well-balanced meal. You don't have to serve it with anything. You definitely can if you want, but I mean, guys, look at this. Ooh, look at that. Yes, everything is perfectly layered, and it's still nice and juicy in here, as you can see. Okay, it's not like all dry or overly juicy. Just perfect. Guys, this is just perfect is what I'm getting at. A little bit of everything, good amount of meat. This right here is delicious. So good. Every time I make something that tastes this good, I'm just like really thankful. You know what I mean? I'm thankful because I know that this is like a very nourishing dish. I know that it's gonna help not only me, right, but you enjoy food that is gonna keep you on track, that is gonna nourish your body, that is also going to help you in your weight loss journey. Like, this is food that you can eat that helps you lose weight. Like, where are you gonna find dumplings that help you lose weight? Where? You know what I mean? They don't exist until now. And no, it's the truth though, right? These are gluten-free, they're high in protein, they're low in calories. It's just like a whole combination, but it's loaded with flavor. Like, this is so flavorful. So super excited for you to try. You can make this, obviously I use ground beef. This ground beef tastes absolutely delicious. And yes, I love the ground beef from ButcherBox, but you can use ground pork, you can use ground chicken, you can do a combination of a few. But this here, it is so juicy. It literally, because usually the thing with ground beef is it tends to be dry. But I'm telling you, the mouthfeel is just so on point. It is all the flavor profiles you're looking for when you think dumplings. So cannot wait for you to try this. The recipe is gonna be in the description below. I'm also going to link my meal plan. Make sure you grab that and share that with friends or family that might be struggling with their weight loss journey, because it could be super, super helpful. But thank you so much for being here. I love you, and I'll see you on my next video. Mwah.